Hey everyone, this is Laura from Laura's View in Tarot 2, and I thought I'd invite you into my home for a quick tour and a visit. You're welcome to stay a while. Okay, you're going to discover my house is a mix of tacky, classy, and sassy. There's no other way to explain it. Just letting you see it's June 2nd, but my lilac tree is still starting to green out. Got some hostas, fuchsias. I love fuchsias. Home sweet home, semi-tacky, but hey, it's a sweet sentiment. So come on in. Unfortunately, with this entry, you're going to see the backside of Matt first. That's what we call, hi Chloe, that's what we call my rocking horse. He's life-size. By him is Desiderata. Most of the items I have hanging on walls have meaning for me, and the Desiderata poem is just great life advice. So if you've never read it, please look it up. Got some artwork here. The same glacier that I passed the last time I was on the Alaska Marine Ferry from Valdez to Whittier. Redwoods, where I grew up. A cross that was actually made in the Holy Land. So now we're getting into the things you see from a different angle when I'm taping for you. My curio cabinet, which I simply bought because I do not like to dust knickknacks, but I have some. My kitchen, this is a great room design. It's a condo. There's 9-foot ceilings there, 10 there. Yes, baby, I love you. Okay, so we're getting into some stuff you see, some you don't. The tower fan is usually all I need to stay cool. It's 78 degrees outside today, which for us is hot. If we get any 100-degree days, like we did a couple years ago, I will be cranking up this air conditioner, which I put up this week just in case I need it. Now, little story here. See the grow? Underneath it is my faux vintage gumball dispenser. I wanted that to be a plant center, but my umbrella plant likes it better over there. I mean, it's a huge difference in how it thrives. So I had to give up the thought of growing things over there when they like another corner so much. You can see my desk area there where I do most of my videos. As you'll see as we go through here, I do like stained glass. I've also, you've never seen over my desk, so this is my view. The 3 tarot cards there have special meaning for me, and they're from the first deck that I actually ever wore out doing tarot readings. One of my little cross-stitch projects, it says, "Life is a journey." I made that for someone and never had the opportunity to give it to them. Oh well, those things happen. And then I've got a Thomas Kincaid painting, not an original, but one of his signed and numbered ones. And a little explanation there. I purchased this back before he was associated so tragically with the Disney Corporation. I'm not a fan of Disney. Now, if you noticed over there on top of the desk, I do have a couple little ceramic Lady and the Tramp figurines. I've had those since I was 3 years old. My grandma bought that for me as my souvenir when we went to Disneyland. So because of the grandma memory, I kept those. One of my bookcases and my rowing bicycle. Do I get points for not having clothes draped over it? I don't use it as much as I should. I prefer to swim laps when I need exercise. And now that I'm retired, I can get into the pool more regularly. Okay, my gramophone does work. Here is another one of my cross-stitching projects I made. This one was on linen. Let's take a peek at the backyard. Plus, Chloe wants out. If you come visit me and it's a cool evening, we can get the fire pit going. Got a couple chairs there. Sit out with a beverage of your choice. Enjoy the fire pit. Got a privacy fence. My evergreen that the neighbor hates. Oh well. Some flowers. Not a lot, because I'm going to be doing some traveling this summer, but I needed a few to enjoy our short summer here. Now, one of the things, I know sometimes people think if you live in Alaska, you live in an A-frame or an igloo or a cabin. And as you can see, none of the above for my place and for many. In a recent video, I showed this poster, but I didn't get a chance to show you my collection of gemstone. Most of those are hearts, but not all. And a candle I'm going to use for a candle meditation. Kitty beds. They live here too. So you'll see kitty things scattered around. Coming to my bedroom. And kitty pads, and that is, don't tell Chloe I only bought that bench so she could get in bed because it's rather tall. She thinks I need it to put socks on, but we're not going to tell her. Some artwork, Lake Tahoe, one of my favorite places on earth. I always have books. I'm reading all 4 of those at the same time. Some of them are good for me, some are just brain candy. The larger bathroom. Now, if you're going to stay a while, this will be your bathroom, and you'll have to make do with a jacuzzi tub. The struggles, huh? Let's see the guest room. Here's where you'll stay. Now this item is stained glass I actually made myself when I was crafting stained glass. The green is to remind me to keep growing my entire life long. The purple, besides being my favorite color, to me was a color of passion and very vibrant, so I wanted some purple in it. The tulips are in honor of someone I dearly loved who is from the Netherlands. And then it's hard to see in this video, but there's several different types of clear glass, with some with bubbles, some with waves, some with facets. And that was to remind me that no matter how much you think in life you're looking at a situation clearly, your biases and prior knowledge tend to keep you from a pure understanding. You can get close, but you're not going to have total clarity with our human limitations. And then again, I warned you I like stained glass, so there's some stained glass. One of my framed projects of cross-stitching is this little picture. I did it on a small gauge. It took me several months, and there's over 250,000 stitches in that one project. This one I also did. Good life advice: amaze yourself, bloom late, change your mind, dance, eat chocolate, flirt. Just great advice. So that's it. That's Condo Greenwood. Oh, I guess I probably ought to show you one other thing before I say goodnight or goodbye. My bookcase. It's got everything from on top, the complete far side, a few pop-up books that I love, journals, extra tarot cards, Ascension Mysteries books. There's books by David Wilcox, The Law of One, some coffee table books, all sorts of things. And if there was one place in the house that kind of sums me up, it's going to be this bookcase. A mix of interests and activities, and yeah. So I don't ever fit in just one category. So the tacky stuff, I do have some kitchen magnets. I don't care if they're tacky. They're all from places I've been, or they mean something to me. If something has made me laugh, I find a place for it. And at a time in my life that wasn't exactly dark, but it wasn't very joyful, I saw Eloise down at Lake Tahoe in an art gallery. And Eloise the Moose came home with me. Don't you love those shoes? My DVD collection, even though we stream most things nowadays, has gotten much smaller because as I learn of people's bad Hollywood associations, I weed it out. So there's a lot of stars that aren't in that collection anymore. And I don't donate those, I throw them away. So that's it, guys. Thank you for visiting with me and seeing where Chloe and Alieska and I live. Take care. Bye.